Mic check. Happy Saturday, guys. What is up? I am tired. I've been up for the last, how many hours is that? Last 14 hours? I've been up since 1 in the morning, so I'm like pretty cooked. But hey, that's what energy drinks are for. Bam. I got a big boy today. Well, let's see. Today we are building up some shocks for my crawler. And they are of custom design, kind of. They're using some parts from, you know, other stuff. Oh, where's my chat? RC Granny, what is up? Not too much, honestly. Not much is going on today. I've just been up for super early, since super early. I was out of, get my stupid beer cans out of here. Got quite the collection going on in a box over there. I do like my beer, unfortunately. Yeah, no, today's been pretty chill. I got up at 1 a.m. this morning. Basically just did a bunch of editing. Started up a new Minecraft world. And, what else did I do? I did something else too. Oh, I fixed my javelin. Because I put some aluminum turnbuckles on it. I don't remember if I talked to you guys about that last week or not. Or if I even showed you those. But, yeah, I put some aluminum turnbuckles on, some new shocks, and I broke one as soon as I went out, which freaking sucks. That was pretty annoying. So I got another set of them, replaced them early this morning. There's some modifications that had to be done. I'm not going to get too far into it because that is a new video that's coming out soon. Well, not soon. It's not going to come out. If you saw the my shameless self-promotion earlier today, it's not going to come out until late December. Unless you're a channel member. If you're a channel member, then, hey, you're good to go. You get access to all the good stuff. But, yeah, otherwise the Javelin's good. Oh, I also glued up a fresh set of tires for the Javelin as well. Just stock tires, nothing fancy. Okay, so I just had to let the glue... Okay, maybe not, never mind. Son of a... This tire glue that I've got sucks. Stupid crap. Yeah, this tire glue that I have absolutely sucks. I don't know if it's the rubber, I don't know if it's the plastic. It just doesn't do well. The Project stuff that my boyfriend has comes in the exact same looking bottle, and it does great, so I don't know what to tell you. And then, let's see, for other things I did today, I made some shock parts, or modified and made some shock parts, and I made an aluminum frame for my boyfriend's dad. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but like a 3-sided aluminum frame, it's going to be kind of like a window frame, basically. So I whipped that up today as well. Sent that off to my boyfriend, who just left, and we went and had sushi for lunch, which was delicious. And pretty much here I am. Here, this is blinding me. Let me tweak that a little bit so I can... Chrome 37, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so let's get into doing some suspension stuff. Yeah. So these shocks that I'm building, they're G-made shock bodies, but they've got 2 different brands of springs and axial shock shafts. It's kind of a wild combo. So before I continue filming, because I just finished making this whole little pile of parts earlier today. Not this, but I made these parts right here, this little pile, including these 2 tiny little specks. Yeah, you see those little specks? Those are actually parts that I made. Look how tiny those are. Yeah! Oh, super cool, RC Granny. Super cool. Hope you have a good time. So before I... Let's see here. Before I get into... Because I'm filming all this too, obviously. I need to pull the shock shafts out of the axial shocks that I've got. Because those are the shafts that I'm going to be using. Probably organize my parts. I should have vacuumed my workbench, but I did not. These white boxes, this one and there's one over here, are aluminum wheels for the crawler. Yeah. Maybe if we get some other people interested, I'll show those off. So they're very cool. Very pretty. Alright, let's dig out those other shocks. I will need to cut my face cam out at some point so I can do a time lapse, but not right this moment. I don't know what this is, but it's gonna go in with my bump stops because it just seems like where they should go. Boink. Okay, so I need to tear these things apart. These are greeby shocks. These shocks were from... No, I did not make the wheels Chrome 37. I've been kind of wanting to do a just like buy the parts build, because like making the parts and everything is cool, but it's a lot of work, man. Like, I'm not above doing it, but it's just I can't do it for everything, you know, and I don't think I even have access to my modeling software anymore, which sucks. So that's a whole nother snafu, is that I don't have access to my modeling software. So that kind of blows. I don't know if I'll be able to get access back without paying for it, because like I had a student license before. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright, there's one shock shaft. Yeah, I should have vacuumed my table. It's covered in dirt, and dirt and shocks do not really go together. Maybe I'll get a clean rag or something and put it down. I'm not gonna go get the vacuum right now. Wow, that is really clean oil. Holy cow. Maybe a little bit of goop in there, but that's really, really clean. Wow. I mean, these shocks have barely been used, so go figure, I guess. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah, not having access to my modeling software is a bummer. I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it anymore. And I think buying it is really expensive. Like, really, really expensive. So, you know. No, not that. This guy, right. Let's undo the rod end. And I hope you guys saw my little bit of shameless self-promotion earlier today. I try not to do too much of that kind of stuff. But, you know, just occasionally I gotta... It's part of the deal, you know. Gotta do it. They're so dirty and nasty. Okay, so there's one shock shaft. Put the cartridge back on the shock body here. If I'm not very interesting today, guys, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Like I mentioned before, I've been up since 1 a.m. So, you know, that's not exactly best way to have lots of energy late in the day. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? Gross. Nasty shocks. I'm going to be running the shocks that I'm building upside down, so hopefully I won't have any significant oil leak issues. So that should be cool. what weight oil I'm gonna run. I'm probably gonna, right on RC Granny. That's cool. Probably just gonna run, like, I think I've got 30 and 40. I've got 20, 30, and 40, I think. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably 40. We'll see. I don't know how many holes I'm gonna do for the pistons either, because it comes with a couple different piston hole counts. I think. Do these ones? Maybe these ones don't. What? Who is? Oh my goodness. Okay, not right now, man. Not right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. And give it about 5 minutes and he's gonna call again, I swear to God. Crawl. Oh, awesome. I am about like if you go to the closest beach from my place, I'm like 2 hours from the beach. 2.5. Something like that. I'm not a big beach person. My mom loves the ocean, but I prefer the mountains for sure. I don't know. The ocean doesn't do it for me, personally. Not my jam. Cool. That would be my boyfriend's dad bugging me about the frame that I made him, and he said it looks good, so that's awesome. Track body. Are these gonna get oil all over my drawer? Yeah, probably, but deal with that another time. Curtis, howdy howdy. Ooh, whales and dolphins? That's awesome. It would be cool to see some whales and dolphins. That would be pretty cool. Okay. I've got my shock shaft. I need to pull the pistons off of them. Maybe I'll do this on one of my pit mats. That might be a better idea. Try and keep this stuff clean. Because shocks and dirt don't really go together. Exactly. Do my little tiny parts fit? Yes, they do! Things are so small. Oh, you can surf with the dolphins? That's cool. I know people do that. Right, I know it's a thing, but that does sound pretty neat. Okay, so there's a shock shaft, ready to go. Let's undo this one. So earlier this morning, I got the wild hair to open up an old video game I used to play called Minecraft. I'm sure you've probably heard of it. And I opened up this one world that I had with some friends, and I just got like major nostalgia. It was really cool to play it again. Oh, okay. Right on, Curtis. I don't specifically remember you, but yes, I did break a housing there. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Okay. Grab one of my pit mats. Sorry, reaching over you guys. Even my pit mats are dirty. Oh well. I don't know how I would feel about a dolphin laughing at me, but... Cool. Shock shafts. Those are really the only pieces I need for building up the shocks. And these, need these. Okay, let me get all my stuff, like, prepared here and ready to go. Let's see, are there... Oh, there are different pistons. Oh, wait, these are... Ew. These are different pistons than... those ones. Okay. Well, shoot, I guess I hope that the shock shafts are the same size. I mean, they flippin' better be. I mean, I'm not going to be using these shock shafts. I'm going to be using the axial ones, but, yeah, I hope that the little spacer bushings that I made, still fit. That would be bad if they don't, because I'd be screwed then. Okay, Curtis, sounds good. Have a good one. Okay, so I need my... I think I'm probably gonna run the 4-hole pistons and 40 weight oil. This looks 40? Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Not gonna use these shock shafts. And we're only gonna need 4 of the E-clips. So we need all the O-rings. Take a look at the instructions. I'm pretty sure I know how these go together, because I've built them before. Let us see, let us see. Spacer, yep, O-rings, cartridge, cap. Yep, Okay. Yep. Should be pretty straightforward. Doc, that world was 1.16.3. I was thinking about hopping on Discord later tonight and playing a bit. Chit-chatting with you guys. Alright, that was with that. Let's see here. Got me some nice pretty red shock bodies. Look at those. Very nice, very nice. Clips those. Okay, I need to crack these guys open. This is where I find out that my spacers are probably the wrong size. Nope, they are the exact perfect size. Never mind. Sweet! That is absolute awesome sauce. The only thing that is mildly about these shocks is that the shock cartridges don't have an O-ring on them to seal them to the body. If that makes sense. Put my spacers in with my O-rings and stuff. Cartridge caps. I love these Knipex side cutters. They are very nice for cutting out parts from parts trees. Do I need the extra spring clips? No, I don't, but we're gonna hang on to them anyways. Because I hoard crap. Okay. I'm just getting all organized for the camera here. Okay. I'm gonna save both of these little wrenches because I threw away like 5 of them the other day. I thought I saved one, and I have no idea where they went. So that's just great. And what pistons do I want to use? Got 2, 3, and 4 hole pistons, and I'm going to be using 40 weight oil. Maybe I'll go in the middle and do 3 hole. Three hole with heavy oil. Yeah, that could probably be okay. Cause I put the 4 hole ones in my Javelin with 20 weight oil. And those are very responsive, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the 3 hole pistons just for sake of going middle of the road. And I can always change them later too if I want. If I'm like, oh, I want more damping or I want less damping or whatever. I mean, I can also change the oil out too. I don't have to change the shock, or I don't necessarily have to change the pistons. Okay. Those I can set aside. But I'm gonna need these guys. The only things that I'm not using off the old ones are the pistons. Or the only things I'm using off the old shocks are the aluminum bits. Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm using. So I've got some just empty, plain old empty shock bodies. And I'm gonna have to get these spacers out of these pistons because somebody got them on there. Very good. I don't know. Okay, that's not good. They're stuck on the bloody shaft. But you know what? That's actually okay. That's okay that it's stuck on there. Because I just need to swap the pistons. I don't need to, yeah. Oh, are the pistons the same height? Looks like it, yeah. Okay, so we lucked out there. That's good. Let's see. Adjuster rings. Collars. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take the shock off of this guy. And take it apart just so I'm all ready to go. Building these up. Good day, Daddy Daughter RC. How are you doing? We are building up some shocks here today of custom Erica special design. That's right, I'm not going to be able to use those pivot balls unless I grind them down, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to use Traxxas pivot balls, which are a little loose, but they're probably about as loose as, yeah, they're about as loose as the ones that it comes with, so I'm not gonna, let's see, actually, that's an old one, anyways. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yes, yes, they are Knipex, Gavin. I've got a bunch of Knipex pliers and stuff at work, too. They are very good. Are they your go-to as well? See, how much better do these fit? Because if they fit a lot better, then... Oh, well, that doesn't fit in there, for one. Because that's for the other side. What about these? Do you fit? How good do you fit? Nice, nice. I might grind these down, but I also probably won't, because I need the extra articulation that the Traxxas ball end is going to give me. So I think I'm not going to use these, because they won't fit in the... Yeah, they're like a 30th, or like a 16th of an inch too wide. It's a little annoying. I could run them... No, but I can't do that because I need the... What shock body are you? So the shock body I'm using is the Gmade Zero Shock. And then I'm using axial shock shafts, using Proline and Losi springs, and Traxxas pivot balls. So it is a true Frankenstein shock. Yeah, this is what it is going to look like when it's done, just with a red shock body instead. It's a dual rate shock. And I've got 4 different rates, or 4 different strengths of the black springs and 3 different strengths of the red springs. So I can get a total of 12 different variations of compression, which is pretty sweet. Okay. I'm sure hoping that the stream doesn't die again today, because it died on me last weekend, which was a bummer, but hopefully we'll be good today. I restarted my computer before this, so I don't know, hopefully that does something. I hadn't restarted my computer in like almost 3 weeks. I'm really bad about turning my computer off. I don't know if you guys can tell. And there's that. Gotta get this adjustment collar off. So then Daddy Daughter RC, I basically took... It takes 8 shocks to build 4 Erica specials. Torch Wielding Traveler, thank you so much, dude. What is up? Not too much on my end, just got up super early today. Let's see, what else did I do? I got up super early, edited, played a little bit of Minecraft, Ended up working on these shocks, like making some parts for them. And then, hung out with my boyfriend a bit. We went and got sushi. It was good. It was a good time. What put you on that path for that combo of parts? Beer. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking extremely out of the box. How's that? Like, oh, what if we do this and take the shock shaft out of that? No, what if we put these springs together and go machine this part and then huck it all together and hope it all works? Yeah. Nah. Beer will do that to you. But basically, I wanted a dual rate, a very adjustable dual rate shock. And you can't really find that out there. I mean, you can. It's just not quite like the form factor that I wanted, basically. I got all my spring separators and my spring cups. So these both of these two parts, these two kinds of parts, were made out of the same aluminum spring cups. So each of these used to be like a normal sized spring cup. But I machined them down on the lathe to accept the Losi Mini T springs. And the big flat pancake one is an adapter that adapts basically from Losi Mini T spring to normal size like Proline spring on the other side. So, yeah. And I have to adapt the, I have to adapt the shock shaft to the piston because they're the wrong diameter. They don't match up. And then I also have to grind down the shock shaft and grind down the nut. Yeah, it's a bonkers combination, man. Absolutely bonkers. Okay, well, those pistons are kind of wrecked anyway, so good thing we're putting new ones on. Yeah, it's a heckin' goofy setup, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Now, I don't know what rate of springs I'm going to be using, but I think for now I'm going to stick with the green. Yeah, I'll probably stick with the green Prolines and the pink Losis. I can also make it into a triple rate spring, or a triple rate shock, if I really want to. I can run two of these, I can run two different rates of these black springs with a mini T spring on there as well. And that'll give me a triple rate spring. RC Granny, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great night. Or I can run one of these springs with a mini T spring if I want an even stronger secondary stage. So the tunability of the Erica Special Shocks is outrageous. Better than anything on the market. I assure you. Okay. Got those, and then... one shock is gonna get... actually, I think 2 are gonna get hard springs. RC and more, thank you so much, man. You guys are so generous. I really, really appreciate it. You and Torch Wielding Traveler are awesome. Thank you guys so much. I had one medium spring in the front because one side is heavier than the other. Thank you, Daddy Daughter. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna run the... I'm gonna put the mediums on, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put the mediums on. You give that a squish and see how that feels. Yeah, that's probably about right. Could maybe go one step harder on the secondary. But we'll wait and see until this thing is built up. So for now, I'm going to stick with the greens and the mediums. Which actually I didn't even need to get anymore, which I already have 4 mediums here. But I got more in case I need the hard ones, because never know. I'm probably going to end up moving to the hards at some point. Once I get the battery, although the battery's going to go on the axle, I think, so... I don't know. It kind of depends on how heavy the axles and stuff end up being, too. Lots of variables, lots of variables. These green ones, I believe, are the softest of the Proline springs. Pretty sure these are the softest. So it's green is the least, blue and yellow are in the middle somewhere, I think red is the hardest. At least for the small springs, so. Okay. I need some pivot balls. Those I'll put together later. I don't need these either right now, actually. Put these over here. Okay. I think we're... Wait. I'm missing parts. I'm missing parts. There they are. Look at me go. There's some little burrs on the these spacers I'm cleaning up here. Oh, nope, nope, you're not going anywhere. Did I miss one? No, I think we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna build one up on camera. So what do I need? I'm gonna need pliers for my left hand, cross wrench on my right. I should green slime 2 O-rings for starters, just so I'm completely ready to go, you know. Lots of prep goes in behind the camera. Yes, these are for the crawler build, RC and more. They're the Erica Special Ultra Adjustable shocks. I mean, like, they are the amount of possible combinations if you include shock oils and pistons and springs and spring configurations. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of different combinations you could set up with this. It's crazy. Okay. I did freaking 2 takes earlier today for my shameless self-promotion video without my mic on. I was not happy. I was like, man, those were good takes as well. Okay. You on. You on. You on. Put those there. Oh, I need to put a memory card in there. That would be helpful. Boop. I feel like it got dark in here. I don't know why, but I think because the sun is going down. Okay. Get myself all situated here properly. Ooh, 4:15. I don't know if that's going to be long enough to get all this done, but we're going to see, I guess. I have to delete some stuff off that card or move some stuff or something, because I'm running out of SD card space. Oh, actually, I can get rid of some stuff off this card. Hang on. Yep, I can get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Get rid of all of my shameless self-promotion. Now we're gonna keep. How much did that get me? $10 minutes. That should be plenty. Alright folks, I am done machining all of my spring cups down into my Losi Mini T spring perches and my spring adapters / separators. I also turned the threads out of 4 of these collars. I also turned the threads out of a couple more of these collars. And I made a couple shock shaft piston adapters. Those things are so small. So the way that those work is they go on the end of the shock shaft right there, on top of an E-clip, and then the piston sits on top of that. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick assembly here. So I've got my shock shaft. This is my axial shock shaft with the aluminum adapter on there because the threaded portion is smaller than the inside diameter of the shock piston. And then there's an E-clip on there. So we'll go ahead and stick our shock piston on there. I'm using the 3-hole pistons. This might be tricky. It's a very, very tight fit. I'm gonna file down the edge, some like little sharp edges on there. Is my mic on? Yeah, mic's on. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, I got my piston on there, and I'm gonna take a nut. Okay, I got my piston on there, and I'm gonna take a nut and thread that on. I did grind down the ends of the shock shafts and the nuts so that they're extra low profile, so we get the maximum amount of suspension travel inside the shock body. Okay. Got ourselves a shock piston. Is this zoomed in all the way? Of course it's not. I'm now going to build up a seal cartridge. I've got 2 pre-slimed O-rings. They're going to go in there with a spacer in between. Just like that. And then it's going to get a cap to go on top of there to keep the O-rings and spacer in there, and that just clips on pretty much. Then I can slip my shock shaft through the seal cartridge. Then I can slip my shock shaft through the seal cartridge there, just like that. The G-Mate and the axial shock shafts are the same diameter, so I won't have to worry about them leaking or anything. I can now go ahead and put this assembly into my shock body. With oil, of course, I will do that off camera because it's messy. We don't like doing messy things on camera. Come on. Why don't you want to thread? What is wrong here? Oh, you're just snug. Okay. It's upside down. Put it on upside down. Put my adjustment collar on wrong. How could I do that? It's my own design. It's my own shock design. How could I mess it up? I've gone I've gone ahead and threaded my adjustment collar all the way down to the base of the shock body. I'm then going to grab one of the collars that I took the threads out of and put it on there opposing like that. And then I can put my secondary rate spring on there. This is a Proline Power Stroke spring. This is the green one, which is the softest that they make for the Proline Power Stroke shocks. Then I'm going to put a spring separator on there. And then I'm going to do a medium Losi Mini T spring. And then my small shock cup. And then my small spring cup will go on there. And then lastly, a rod end, of course, goes on the bottom. And with that, that is my fully assembled dual rate Erica Special. And with that, that is my Erica Special dual rate shock fully assembled. I'm going to get the rest of these put together, fill them up with oil, and we'll keep going. I'm going to put the rest of these together, get them all filled up with oil, and I'll come back when I'm done. I think that explained it all pretty well. I guess you can kind of see a zoomed in version on my camera screen a little bit. And I didn't mention what shock weight, I didn't mention what weight shock oil I'm using, but that's okay. I'll just, when I'm done, I'll be like, I went with this weight oil, and yada yada yada, and call it a day. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to get rid of my face cam now, so that I can do a time lapse of this. So, I feel like... it feels really dark. I don't know why. I think it's just me. Shock bodies are G-Made Zero Shocks. I'm gonna have to run out to the shop actually and grind down a couple shock shafts real quick. I'm actually gonna do that, I guess, right now, real fast. I'm gonna get the lock nuts screwed on here and then take them outside, grind them down. Actually, I should do that with the spacer on there so I know exactly how much to grind off. It's a great fit. Great fit. Dang, oil. Slippery. Slippery, slippery. And these axial shafts have flats on the bottom of them, so you can grab the shock and you don't have to worry about scratching it up, which is nice. Okay, there's one. Clip on. And my collar. I think I should have used one drill larger for these collars because they're a little bit tight. Like, seriously, they're snug. Yeah, at least I don't have to worry about scratching up the shock shaft. That's nice. And then this one, just make sure it's not ridiculously tight so I can actually get the little nut back off of there. Okay. Okay, please hold. I will return. Okay, I'm back. Wait, is my mic back on? Check, check. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, those have been ground. And we can start putting these together. I wish I could do a time lapse while still, like, having face cam on. But I don't have a way to do that, which is a bummer. I should probably keep track of which shaft these all went to, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Fitness Simplicity, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to see you. This is the last you're gonna see of my pretty face for a little bit while I do a time lapse, guys, so. Boop. Okay. Because I need to do a time lapse. Okay. Let's see, where do I want this? How do I want this set up? Man, there's a reason I got a new bendy tripod. And it's because this one sucks. And yet I'm still using this one. Because my other bendy one is up there holding the top-down camera. Let's go like this. Yeah, it's good. You can see my little shock holder. This is an oil pump off of a... I think Brian said it's from an ISX 15. I think. Maybe it was something else. I don't remember. But it's a good little shock holder. Going to need some oil. Yeah, I'm going to go 40 weight. Do my standard. Gonna need to open up my other bottle of it, but that's alright. Ooh, I should have grabbed some rags. Okay, I'll be right back again. I need to go grab some rags. Okay. Rags acquired. Should be good. Okay. Let's build up these shot cartridges, shall we? Get our fingers all greasy with green slime. I've had really good luck with these G-Made shocks. You don't see people run them very much, but I have had good luck with them, so. And the piggyback shocks that they make are really good. I think they're really good. Shocks are not my favorite thing to build, if you know me at all. My boyfriend loves his suspension, but it's not my thing. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking the Javelin back out for a run. Now that I've fixed the turnbuckle that broke. It was an aluminum one that I had put on. In case you didn't know. Or in case you weren't here earlier. I put some aluminum turnbuckles on the Javelin, which, you know, you're not going to actually see that video until late in December. Unless you're a channel member, you can watch that right now. Or, no, not right now, but very, very soon. And then, I took it out, and like about one battery in, I snapped one. And I was like, man, that sucks. Okay. But I replaced it this morning. I ordered up some new ones, replaced it, and it's all good to go now. So I get to go run it some more tomorrow. And I glued up new tires as well. I think I mentioned that. Okay, let's do the shock shafts with the pistons. There's one. They might be tricky to get the... There's a big old burr on the shock shaft, or on the little spacer that I made. Or the adapter, the collar. Hopefully that fits on there okay. Oh, like a glove. Like a glove, dude. That fits so good. The ones that I made today fit a little bit better than the ones that I made last weekend. Because I made them a tiny, like 2,000th smaller today than I did on last weekend. So yeah. Oh, I was meant to put Loctite on those, huh? I should probably put Loctite on those. I don't want to put Loctite on those. Put Loctite on America. Gosh dang it. Okay, I'll put Loctite on it. You get the other pistons on and then I'll do them all at once. Come on. On you go. Little tip-a-tap. Little. Yeah, I mean, that works. Okay, great. Yeah, nice. I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna make these little bushings too loose. Alright, Daddy Daughter, sounds good. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your day or evening. I'll see you next time. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna make them too small because I have a habit of making things too small. I'm like, oh, I want to get it closer to the actual dimension that I want it to be, and so I'm going to take another 2,000ths off, which turns into 4,000ths. You get the picture. But no, did a great job. Okay, this one is a little loose. But, whatever. Okay, Loctite. No, don't need it on the piston. I need it on the shock shaft, dang it. But if it wants to lock the piston to the shock shaft, hey, I'm all for it. Alright, there we go. There's one piston done. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner. I had kind of a late lunch. We went and got sushi, which was really good. See, I don't know. I might have like a ham and cream cheese bagel. I might do that. Toast it up, make it warm. But I need to let myself, like, chill out a bit tonight because I've been just going all day. Just need to chill out, play some Minecraft, mess around with friends, you know. That's what I need to do tonight. That is my assignment, is after this stream, we are done YouTubing for today. We are done being a YouTuber. I'm not sure what I want to do in the Minecraft world that I started back up this morning. Like, I was running around it, and I was like, man, I don't remember how half of these contraptions work. Okay, shock shafts. Kablamo. Yeah, I'm not gonna sleep for a while, thanks to a monster. Ow! Don't get monster and open wounds. It hurts. Ow. Okay, oil time. Time to get messy. These shock shafts, as I recall, I measured them, and they're like 2,000th bigger than the Gmade ones. So in theory, they should be even better, like an even tighter seal. But we'll see how much crap that is. We'll see how accurate that is. Cool. There we go. Now the messy part. Now the messy part. Yeah, great. I love shocks. I love shocks. I love shocks. I love shocks. I love them just so much. Obviously, that is massive amounts of sarcasm right there. Okay, am I missing anything? I don't think so. Get this wrapped up. gonna put the shock shafts in the middle. They say to put them all the way to the bottom, but oh wait, I'll hydrolock them otherwise. Mare, what's up? Good to see you. Haven't seen you on a stream in a minute. Crooked? Can't quite tell. No, we're good. We're good. It's just snug. Okay. There's one. Wait a minute. Oh. These are too long. What? Why did I get... I just realized I got shocks that are too long. Or shock bodies that are too long. Okay, well, don't really have a choice now, huh? Bummer. That is pretty annoying, actually. Why did I think I had 100mm? Like, what? Well, hey, these shock shafts are the same length as the ones that they give you in the set, so... Oh, well, you know what? We're just gonna... forget about that. We're not going to say anything about that in the video because... Man, how did I do that? I guess I wanted 100mm shocks for the front, so that's what I got. Oh, of course, all over the place. Not really. Okay. I know I'm being quiet, guys. I'm sorry. But if there's something you want me to talk about and ramble about, absolutely ask. So I'm happy to ramble about whatever it is you may desire. Okay, well that kind of hydrolocks a little bit. Not bad though. A little bit of... Okay. There's number 2. Oh, we're gonna have to let this oil settle out because it's full of bubbles now. Yep, that is empty. Alright. Next bottle. If you're good, you can avoid making a mess, but if you're not so good, you make a big mess when pouring in shock oil. Here's the oil. Alright. Push that down a little farther. Give us a good cinch down. Oop. Yep, I think that's tight. I don't think that's gonna come off. Less concerned about it coming off, more concerned about it sealing. Well, damn. Yeah, these shocks are too long. That's not good. Alright, well. I guess we're gonna have to roll with it because that's what I got. I mean, I want it to be drooped, so, you know, that's good, but... maybe it won't be too long? Maybe? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. In goes the piston. The other thing is, like, these shock bodies, they are red, absolutely. But they're not, like, I don't know, they're kind of a weird rosy red. Like, they weren't anodized quite all the way properly, if that makes sense. I'm not complaining, but just something I notice. Cool. Alright, there we go. 4 shocks at this point put together. I think that damping should be pretty good. It's fairly stiff, but oh well. Should be fine. Should be fine. Okay. Now we have to do rod ends and spring cups and stuff. Oh, come back here. Get back here. Oh, let's not knock my camera over either. Okay. We've got rod ends. So let's snap those together. Man, now I'm annoyed that I got the wrong length of shock. Oh well, I guess. Okay, so now that should fit into there, which it does. Now we need to do a spacer and a spring cup. And a rod end. I gotta do that for all 4 of them. Also, you guys absolutely killed it on last weekend's video. The first javelin track run, you guys killed it. That video's got like 5,500 views right now, which is insane. How do you not fit on there? What? What? How? There we go. Needed a little help. I don't know how I'm gonna get that back off, but you know what? Hopefully it's gonna be okay. Put that on. Put a collar on. And then adjustment collar that we're not going to put on backwards. And there is the first shock. All right, let's keep going. I know I'm losing viewers here. I'm not being very interesting, but yeah, dude, these are huge shocks. Holy crap, what in the world? Whatever. It's what we got. We're gonna work with it. Spacer. Spring. Spring cup. And a rod end. It's the easy way. With a screwdriver instead of my fingers. Boom. One of these springs, grab a collar, and then an adjustment collar. And away we go. Crank that all the way down. Where's this one? Right there. Right at the base of the, yeah. I don't know. Not sure what spring rates we're gonna end up going with. I'll have to do some tuning once it's all put together and stuff. So I could guess right now, but I'm just gonna roll with this and hope it's good enough for temporary. Because I'm not gonna know how heavy this whole thing is until I get all my electronics in there and stuff like that, and I'll have to see how the tires and wheels affect it. Stuff like that. Okay. I'm starting to get a kink in my shoulder. Because for some reason I do when I'm live streaming. Nope, we need a spring cup on there, please. I think it's just because I'm like hunched up a little bit while I'm working. Which probably says something about my posture. Like that it's not very good. But hey. But hey. Oh, it's because the jaws on my chuck at the lathe, like, crushed the opening for the... Yeah, okay, I see. So it needs a little push. Alright. That, and I need this collar, and this collar. Like I said earlier, I could make these into triple rate springs, which would be ridiculous, but I could. And actually, now that I have even more linear room, because I got shock bodies are too long, I could actually really do that quite well, unfortunately. Unfortunately? I don't know why that's unfortunate, but... Oh, and they also have more... No, not... A little bit, not much. How could I hack that? Well, I guess if I wanted to change that... Like, okay, what I'm thinking right now is like, okay... By the time my first rate gets compressed all the way, my second rate is already halfway compressed. So I could fix that issue by putting a stronger second rate on. Which would work. I could do that. But I'm not going to waste my time tuning it or trying to tune it right now because... the thing's not done. Really smushed those up, didn't I? Wow, okay. Oh! Jesus! Okay, I'm glad that didn't go off into, I don't know, oblivion. But the spring just shot my spring cup off the shock. Rather rude, as if I do say so myself. Oh, that one went on fine. I don't know, weird. Alright. Last one. And we're looking pretty good. So these are kind of like the Traxxas Big Bores and with mini Teesprings, except that they're dual rate, basically. And actually running them upside down is a benefit because it's going to be drooped, and the air sits at the top of the shock, so it's going to, like, it won't fall into an air pocket by the time it compresses all the way. Why is that? Oh. Ew, did I... Yeah, it's not the end of the world. The spring is hanging up on the... Is it just the positioning of them? Oh, yeah. If the springs are spun around the wrong way, it hangs up on the lower spring cup a little bit. Alright. Let me watch that time lapse back real quick. Make sure I didn't foobar or something, and then I'll get face cam back on for you guys. Yep. Alright. Looks good. Just building shocks. Nothing super exciting. Okay, great. Oop. Let's back on. Hey, there we go. What's up, guys? I'm back. Now you can see my lovely, beautiful face. Yeah. Okay. I am tired. That is exactly what I am. I am tired. Doesn't really seem like many people are hanging out, so... might call it there. I might call it there. Maybe. Well, I need to put some of this stuff away, so I guess I'm gonna just hang out for a little bit. See if anybody else shows up. What did I... Here it is. Like, what did I do with my shock oil? It's right here. Loctite goes up there. Some extra shock bodies now. Bunch of stuff is gonna go in here. I've got a bunch of extra E-clips and O-rings and pistons. All sorts of stuff in here. Oh, where'd that just go? Here it is. Maybe one of these days I will build my own, like, complete custom shocks. Maybe that'll be a thing someday. What happened to those? I don't know what happened to those. Okay. Oh, those are those. Gotcha. Okay. Because, I mean, I've got a lathe. I've got a milling machine. Troy, fast stuff or crawling? I know this doesn't answer your question, but I'd say I like both of them for different reasons. I would probably pick... crawling. Like, speedrunning and stuff, just, it doesn't do it for me. Driving on a track, that's fun. I do enjoy that. Like, the tunability for crawling. I mean, you can tune a lot with go fast stuff as well, obviously, but the type of tuning that you do is different. You know? Like, I do a bit of both on my channel because I know there's people that like both, and I enjoy both. So, you know, ripping a car around a track is fun, and crawling over some crazy rocks is also fun. Just depends on what you're in the mood for that day, you know? Oh my gosh, wow, I'm really blind. There are those little wrenches. Okay. Jeez. What else can go in here? Bump stops. Ew. Yeah, no, it doesn't need bump stops. Okay. I was like, maybe I need to put some bump stops on there, but nah, we're fine. Start up bashing, making some racing. Yeah, there's so much stuff you can tune. I mean, weight and like weight and shocks, suspension, tires. I mean, shoot, all that stuff also applies to go fast stuff, you know, but it's just different. It's just different. These springs go... Well... Loads of extra spring cups now. What about... Half my stuff is in this bag over here because I was out at my boyfriend's last weekend and I take all my stuff with me because that's what you should do. These guys I'm gonna need. Don't need them right now, but I'll leave them out. These, I don't know where these came from. It probably came out of, here? No? No. They've got these nice bins, but I start to lose track of stuff, you know? I'm like, which bin was all that in? Like, which bin did all my M3 spacers go? These aren't even M3, actually. I don't know why I'm putting them in here. That's actually really dumb. Yeah, you get way more exercise with crawling as well. That's a great point. You actually go out, hike around, you know. Get to get out and do stuff. Pitch that. Random screw. These, I don't know where those go. I don't know. Where's my little thing with spacers? It's right here. You nincompoop. That's where they go. Oh boy. Well, hey, these will look snazzy on there. That's cool. That can go in there. There. These go over here. This goes up there. These go with the springs. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and crack open all these Losi springs and get them organized into my bin. I've got so many of these mini Teesprings now. It's ridiculous. I mean, like, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 6. So that means I've gotten... Where'd that just go? Where'd that just go? Where did that just go? There it is. Means I've gotten 3 sets of... No, 4 sets. 3 sets. I don't know. I've gotten a lot of these stupid mini Teesprings. Let's just put it that way. No, these are for, well, they're for a Losi Mini T. But I don't have one of those. They're for my crawlers. Because my Shafty runs them, my MOA runs them, and now my... whatever this rig is going to be called runs them too. Or you mean the shocks that I just built? The shocks that I just built are for the crawler. So yeah. I don't even have room for all these stupid springs. Are you kidding me? Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Like, will this even close? Yeah, it'll close. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Organized. I hope I actually end up using some of these soft springs. That would be nice. Do I want to put the shocks on right now? Well, I can't put the rear ones on because I need to put new holes in the trailing arms anyways. Oh my god. These are so long. Who let me buy shocks this long? Honestly. Jeez. But anyway, yeah, this is the rig. Actually curious to see. I've got these, they're called lowering. It's a lowering kit, but I wonder if I could add these guys onto the chassis. I wonder what the bolt pattern is. It's the same. Oh. That's not. Oh, sweet. I can use these stupid little things. And, yeah, okay. Wow. We've had these for years. Build a rig around shock springs? I mean, yeah, I could. I got that kind of piece. Are they all like that? Do they all look like that? Oh no, we got some that look like that and some that look like this. Actually, this might be the better one to use. I don't know, but cool, we got some options now. That's awesome. That's awesome. And hardware to do that with. Good stuff. Alright, well, I'm gonna, I think, call it there for the stream tonight, because I want to go chill out, see what's for dinner, which I'm not that hungry right now, but it is 5 o'clock, so I mean, like, dinner is soon. You guys build rigs around shock springs? That's funny. Put all my parts in here. Well, for those that have stuck around, I will show you what wheels I'm gonna run on this rig. They are very pretty. Ta-da! Look at these guys. Yeah. Aren't those pretty? They're from Trio Hobby. They're real nice. Super heavy. I'm going to be running these Proline Hyrax tires with these big old wheels. That's what it's going to look like. Pretty badass. So anyway, those are the wheels. I'm waiting on some adapters to show up so I can adapt them down to 12mm hexes, because they are 17. And yeah. Alright guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I will see you guys next weekend. Thank you to Torch Wielding Traveler and RC and More for their support during the stream. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. And hope you all have a great evening. Toodles.